Hey everybody, Raymond here with the Evercrafter. Welcome to my page. If you don't know who I am, maybe you're new. I'm Raymond, and I'm with the Evercrafter. Tonight is Thirsty Thursday with the Evercrafter, brought to you in part by Live Sales and Crafting Down South Craft Day. If you're watching this part, more than likely you're watching a replay, so go ahead and hashtag replay down below. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and if somebody sent you. Give me just 1 second to get myself pulled up over here, and I'll be right back with you, alright? Hey, Sweetums. Hey, Miss Pam. How are y'all? Trying to get myself pulled up real quick. I don't have my fan on here tonight. It's a little warm. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tina. Thank you for sprinkling me out. If y'all don't mind, go ahead and flock me on out there to the world. Hey, Karen. Hey, 3A. That's what I now call you. I don't call you AAA anymore. You're now 3A. Hey, Kathleen. Got myself to pull up, and I'm showing comments, so that's a plus. Hey, Georgiana. Thank you for the stars. Let me see who that was. Kathleen, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Q. Hey, Jane Ann. I have been flocked. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Nancy. Hey, my Georgia girl. That little wagon is adorable. So adorable. I think it needs bunnies in it. Hey, Jessica. Hey, look, Corey's coming in to say hi early today. Hi. He came in and said hi early. That means he's going in there and he's going to sit on the couch and play his video game now. Hey, Tammy. So how's everybody's day? Hope y'all are having a great day. We are back to today being my Friday. So that's great. Because I don't know if I could have took one more date this week. Hey, Kim. Thank you. So, that would be super cute. That would be super cute. I am getting my slow connection thing again, so hopefully I stay on. Pam, I really don't know. He likes games where you have to go chase stuff. Sister! Like, he likes, I think they're called first-person games? I don't really know. I'm not a gamer at all, so I have no idea. Thank you, Jordiana. Yes, I have no idea. He just sends me a list of things he wants, and when it's his birthday, anniversary, all those things, I just go buy that game. He makes it pretty easy. So, tonight, we are making something that may also carry into tomorrow. I will be live again tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. with Friday's Fabulous Fakers. So, it may carry over. Or maybe I'll finish it after the live tonight if I don't finish it on the live. And it may be a whole different project tomorrow. We'll find out as the night goes on. Yep, I think he plays a lot of zombie games. And like where you have to go find the things to do away with the zombies. That kind of stuff. That's all I know. And see, if I give him a list, he doesn't follow it. So I just stopped. Hey, Marie. So, tonight we are making a cake. A large cake. If you've seen my post this week, you've seen all the flowers I've been working on. Online, they may have looked a lot bigger than they are. but maybe not. So what I've done is I bought molds from Michael's, flower molds from the baking section and from the polymer clay area. And this one came from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobbies are pink. And I just started, hey Jilly. I just made a whole bunch in different colors. Then I went in and I shaded them to be more dimensional, I guess is the word. So we have blues and purples, pinks and oranges. No, pinks and shades of pink and reds and things like that. Hey Sarah. Hey Marsala. Thank you Kathleen. I have 2 wreaths available. One is a over 4 foot long swag, and one is a roughly 24-inch wreath. And and the other, oh, that's the 2. I only have 2. And they are for sale. Shipping is available, and I have pictures and videos posted on my page. If y'all want to go grab them up, inbox me, let me know. The swag is $75. The wreath is $65. And then shipping will depend on your location, of course. Most of the time when I've shipped them, it's been anywhere from $35 to $45. Just depends. I can, even though the swag is long, I can get it into a smaller box, if that makes sense. It may be 4 foot this way, but I can make it a smaller box. So, anyways, so we have our reds, pinks here, and then here we have our oranges, yellows, and some weird colors that I just came up with by mixing a bunch of random clays together. Thank you, Marsala. Then we have our half mushrooms in yellow and red. Okay, AAA. And then we made a whole bunch of just little leaves, ivy leaves, to fill in gaps and things like that. Of course, all this is made from foam clay. And like I said, I just used molds and highlighted them. This is one of the larger flowers. It's yellow and orange highlighted. So we have a lot of those. Put these off to the side real quick. And I started making other flowers also. Okay? So, alright Kathleen. So, if you guessed on my post the other day and you said a cake, we are making a cake with flowers. We'll definitely need more flowers, obviously. But we've got a buttercup, an artistic version of a buttercup. We have some cattle lilies, some roses, and that's a flower I just made up in my head. And then we have these. I can't remember what those are called. For some reason, I keep wanting to call them morning glories. Could be wrong on that. Oh no, Marsala says I froze. So I hope it fixes itself. I'm still showing on my side. So, let's show you the cake. This is base level 1 for the cake. Morning glories. Thank you, Pam. That's what I thought they were called. Hey, Christine. Thanks, Kathleen. So, before I show you the cake, the bottom tier, I did not use anyone's name brand clay that we normally would use. I used some random clay that I was able to find. So there is cracking. And it didn't puff up as much to get rid of dents and things like that. So, this is just some random clay. This is nobody's clay, okay? Just remember that. Base level 1. I covered in blue. And then we did the green grass is painted on with 2 shades of green paint. And I can show y'all how I did that also. So that's going to be the bottom layer. Thanks, Jane Ann. So that's our bottom layer. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to extend. It doesn't read as well on there as it does on my phone. So I will post a picture of this to show you how this looks. Because it looks much better in person than it looks on the screen right now. Okay? I haven't decided if we're going to do grass on all 3 levels. Although there will be flowers on all 3 levels. So, see, I told y'all it had cracking. It's probably because of the way I put it on and I made it uneven. Like there's thin areas, there's not thin areas. That's probably the reason for the cracking. Alright. Layer 2. And layer 3. And I will not be attaching each layer to the bottom, to the layer before it. That way you can use it as a single layer if you wanted to, a 2 layer, or a 3, or you can take them apart and have 3 separate cakes. And it will also work better for storage. Alright? So that's the reason we would not be combining them to make one solid piece. I want them to be able to be used separately. I, on the other hand, will be using them like this. If you notice there's gaps and things here, we won't see that once we put all of the clay and everything on. So for now, I'm putting layers 2 and 3 back to the side. And we're going to start with this layer. So what I'm going to do is I have some pre-mixed green clay here that I'm going to use. Oh no, Christine, okay, so when you come, go out of the live, go to my page, and then try to enter the live that way. That may correct it. I've had that happen for me, so try that and see if that works. So what I'm going to do with this great clay here is I'm going to make some little worms. I'm just rolling it between my hand. I don't need them to even be perfect. Alright? So I know I have a pretty big crack right here. I'm going to start it at the bottom, and I'm just pushing it on. Almost like a snake going up. Okay? Thanks, Jane Ann. And I'm not making it flat. I'm leaving the dimension to it. Hey, Morticia, thank you for coming tonight. And again, all I'm doing is just making some little worms and running them up in certain spots. All it's going to do is give me some stems for some of my larger flowers to go on. Now, if you want to, it's completely up to you. You do not, this is wet clay. You don't have to use glue, but if you want to, it's not going to hurt you to do that. I don't know what's going on, Christine. I'm just doing these at random spots and at different heights. Hey, K-Love. And these are just so that you could put some flowers taller than the others and it not look like they're actually floating, you know? Like I have one spot right here that's got a crack way up towards the top. So I am going to put a taller stem there, you know. The crack will have a flower over it, but I do want a taller stem there. So, see, that's all I'm doing. It's almost like tall blades of grass. And I do have other greens to use also. So I could go in and do multiple colors of grass also. And you don't want them to be perfect. You want them to be able to show difference in them. Just remember, you're just kind of pressing it on there just so it adheres. And also, like I said, if you feel safer using glue, then go for it. Hey, Patty. We all have our own way of doing things, and none of it is wrong, you know? It gives you dementia. What does? Did I miss something? Or did I say something? Because I probably did. Thank you, Sweetums. I actually made 2 more flowers to go with these, but they're in the other room. I see someone just sent me stars. Thank you so much. I didn't see who sent them. It didn't show on my phone. It showed on, on my computer. It showed on my phone. Thank you, Tracy. We'll have to get you one, Sweetums. So once we get these on, we'll start moving a little bit faster. Hey, Vaughn. I am making a flower garden cake. It will eventually be a 3-tier cake. Although tonight we may only get the bottom section done. But I will be live again tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. with the Friday's Fabulous Bakers. That's Eastern Standard Time. So I will also possibly work on it tomorrow, unless I get bored tonight and decide to do it then. If I do, then tomorrow we'll do something to go with it. But tonight I'm live with the Thursday crafting day for Live Sales and Crafting Down South. It's a weekly event, and I'm usually always on at the same. Well, I'm always on at the same time. There's been a great lineup today. It's been a full day. What kind of looks like Sue? Did I miss something again? Thank you, Morticia. You have great talent. Was your iPad messing up, Marcella? Because mine has been doing that tonight too. Well, mine's not an iPad, but my tablet has. So I'm not pushing these all the way flat. I want that depth on there. Hey, Carly. It does kind of look like Sue. It does. All right, Morticia, you're good. You make really cute stuff. It does look like Sue on my shirt. I'm going to have to send her a picture. It really has, Sam. And I got to watch everybody today with the exception of Shelby, of course. So, well, I didn't get to watch everybody's full live, but I did get to watch a lot. Hey, Misty. It was a busy day at work today. Well, Sam, you should probably figure that out. But I'm not your dad, so I can't tell you what to do. I'm sorry about that, Christine. Well, that flower is growing crooked. Let me see if I can fix it. Well, not really. But we're just going to be okay with that flower being crooked. But I can suggest, exactly, Liza. Hey, how are you doing? I know flower stems don't technically go like this, but I kind of like the fact that these do. It adds to the whimsy of it. All right, so we have our tall pieces all the way around. Kind of like seaweed. It could be an underwater cake. That would have been cool too. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to start filling in around the bottom, not the taller flowers, but around the bottom base. We're going to start filling in with the small flowers and some of these, the smaller flowers. Of course, we'll go at the tops, but there's also going to be more larger flowers on there. Okay? The top, we're not going to worry about because the cakes are going to stack there. I didn't tell you what I used for the base, but we talked about it before. It's just a cardboard hat box from Michael's. Not Michael's. From Hobby Lobby. You get a set of 3 for I think it's $7. It's all 3 sizes. I do wish in this case, for this one, I would have used styrofoam. Because I was sticking so much, I'm going to have so many flowers and things sticking into it that I'm going to have to do some maneuvering because I didn't use styrofoam. But it's okay. So for our flowers, we will be using either tacky glue or Nemesis, as our friend Marie calls it. I'm actually probably going to use the Nemesis for the simple fact it grabs quicker Okay. If you're still, I just got a message from Christine, and it's showing up that instead of her name showing up, it's just showing a bunch of random numbers. And that's what my tablet was doing to me earlier. Um, so, I completely had to switch to my phone. So that's weird. Yep, that's weird. So that was the issue Christine was having. Okay, so yeah, we're going to use Nemesis, and we're going to start putting some of the flowers on. I'm just moving these larger flowers out because I don't want to use those just yet. I'm going to pull the cake back over here to the side so I can see what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, like I always do, put a little bit on the back. And we all know I use a Q-tip. Because I can just throw a Q-tip in the garbage. I don't have to worry about cleaning it. No problem, Jane Ann. Thank you for stopping in. I probably don't need as much as I'm putting on here. But why not, you know? And I'm just putting them at random spots. There's no rhyme, no reason. I just want a lot of flowers on there. I guarantee you that Marie is over there right now. Every time I pick up this bottle of glue, she's gritting her teeth because she says I'm going to get it on my fingers. I just know that's what she's over there doing. This is the Dollar Tree Fix All adhesive. It's kind of like the 3000. It does have a smell, but it works really well. Like, I actually prefer this over the 3000. I still need to send Doodle his surprise. Now, what I'll do once I get all these flowers on, I'll probably go back in with some green, some brighter green, and put in the areas around the bottom and fluff it up a little bit to look more like grass growing out of the bottom. That's probably what I'll do. Well, I did not want two of the same flowers next to each other. Clearly. They were different colors but same flower. I didn't really care for that. I fixed it though. Hey Tasha. we're making a cake. I think I want a little mushroom. See if we can make this one fit right there. And then I'll show you what we've done so far. It is foam clay and fondant molds. I'll show them to you in a second. Yeah, it fits right there. So that's where we're at so far. It's going to have a lot more flowers in that, but we just want to get our base started. She was here earlier, Miss Marie. And there will also, remember, there will also be trying to get a certain flower. Nope. There it is. Nope. We'll just use a rose. There's also going to be three-dimensional flowers on here also when we get done. Like I said, we know we won't finish it tonight. So it'll probably get finished tomorrow. She gonna get us in trouble again. I didn't want to pile all these in containers, but I kind of had to. I would have actually preferred to put them all in their own color containers, but I couldn't find all the rest of my containers, so that didn't happen. So I'm just going to dump them on my table, especially the yellows, so I can really see what I got in here. I ended up with a lot more of the yellow colors than I thought I would, but that's okay. Yeah, Jilly. There's mushrooms on here. But maybe because I did not put it in the description, we won't have any trouble. I think that was what happened on Marie's live. I think they saw that word in the description, and that's what brought all those crazies in. Hey, Crystal. How are you? We are starting a 3-layer cake that's going to be like a flower garden cake. A lot of the flowers are made with molds in the clay, and then painted grass, added some grass. So yeah, it's going to be like a whole process. When we get done, it's going to be like this big. It's going to be great. Right now, I'm just going in and gluing a whole bunch of random flowers on that I made. Yes, there are some shrooms. So, let's not put that in our mouth. I mean, we can that side because there's nothing on that side. Ooh, that smells bad. So, this is what we're at so far. Like I said, remember it's going to have a lot more flowers on there by the time we get finished with it. Hey, my dukes. How are you? I need a light pink or a turquoise or a purple. Let's do purple. Where is Michelle? Or Mia, whichever we prefer to call her today. Hey, Catherine. How are you? Really? That's awesome. That's awesome. Justin from Green Reeks is a hoot. Love him so much. The disco ball cake, one of the disco ball cakes is over there. The lamp version is over there, and the other version is back here. And then some other new pieces from disco stuff are in my dining room. Y'all get to see that soon. That's awesome. Thank you, Crystal. Let's see. Let's move on to the next little section right here. Let's do the big turquoise. This one I don't know because there's some issues that I had. I'll be honest with you, I used some junk clay that I was able to get a hold of. And there was quite a bit of cracking. So, I'm trying to make sure that I cover all of that. And then I might. But I'll let you know for sure. Are you talking about the disco ball cake, though? For that, the disco ball cake, depending on which one it is, we can definitely talk about that. If it's the lamp version, I'll send you pictures, Crystal. Okay, I'll send you pictures. Or actually, inbox me a picture of the one that he showed you so I know which one it is. Because I've got 2 or 3. I think it's probably the lamp version. I will do, Crystal. I sure will. Okay, I know which one it is. I'll send you some info after the live. Did y'all see the cookie, the large cookie I made that's the top hat with the ears coming out of it? That was made by Down a Flagstone Path, which is Catherine Stock that's in here now. I would say her last name, but I know I'm going to mess it up. That was made by her. Love it so much. Like, it's such a good cookie cutter. I shared it one day this week, I think. Maybe Monday? It might have been Monday. But yes, it's a great cutter. Did what's I gonna say? Oh, so you know we have several big events coming up. We have the Monster Mash coming up in like 17 days or something like that. I do have the flyer for that on my page. It's going to be incredible. We also have Uli's having the Be Kind event. Crafty Mama Bear is doing the Centerpiece event. Marie is having Christmas in July event. Tina's having an event in July also. And Sam is having a birthday marathon in May. So we've got so many big things coming up in the next few months. It was such a cute idea, right, Catherine? When I was talking to Corey about it, he was like, I'm sure you can find it. I was like, I'm just going to have see if Catherine can make it. All kind of stuff coming up. So, as I'm sitting here and I'm talking and running my mouth, which is what we all do. We all know that. That's okay. Be sure that if you do something similar to this, be sure that when you're putting your flowers on, you're paying attention to make sure that you're not spacing the same color right next to each other or too far apart. You know? Because that's what I've been doing. But it's working. It's getting there. It's okay. I just had to fill in with some smaller flowers. In some spots that I really hadn't planned on putting small flowers. But it's okay. So I've had this design in my head for a while. And I should have probably done this. Okay, Marie. Okay. I probably should have started this a while back. And I didn't. But I should have. Along with, there was another really big project I was wanting to do this year for Easter. And I got everything for it. And it's not going to happen this year. Which kind of makes me sad. And, well, I will say, out of all of us that do lives, I think Sweetums, that's Crafty Mama Bear, that's what I call her, I think she is the most quietest on her lives. Only because she concentrates a lot. Where the rest of us are just like, we just randomly do stuff and then not pay attention until afterwards. But yeah, I definitely think out of all of us, Andrea's probably, we all have some issues. But I think Andrea's probably the quietest. Yes, Catherine. Like, I literally went and chased people down to find certain things I needed. And you know, though, they have been in the backseat of my car for 3.5 weeks now. Still sitting there. No, you don't throw nothing together. Yours are always very thought out. To the point, you're like me. You plan it out. And then, if it doesn't work, you get angry about it. Like, who else is like that? Anise is like that too. Anise will end a live if she's not happy with how things are going with Southern Bougie Creations. I, on the other hand, I get frustrated and just keep trying to make it work until I realize it doesn't work. Thank you, Anna. How are you? I understand that. So I've got a spot over here that's a little hard to get a flower into, so I'm just kind of shoving it in there and hoping it stays. Yes, Anise holds her breath. It makes me nervous. It does. It makes me nervous. She doesn't do it as much now, I think, that Charles is around. Because Charles keeps her on her toes. It was super cute, though. My coworker thought it was cute, too. I had a new person working with me today, and she walked past while I was watching, and she was like, "Ooh, that's cute." Yeah, I'm to the point now I'm just dumping all the colors out. Hey, Betty. Yeah, Crystal, I made this and all the faces. The flowers all have faces too. I did him about 3 weeks ago on a live, and then I did this one on a live a few weeks ago, and then I made all these that following weekend. No, the one that we did not want to be hired, I've not heard anything else about. Yeah. Thanks, Anna. But the big bosses have left to go on vacation for a week, so we'll see what happens when they come back. Thank you, Crystal. I like doing this kind of stuff that's more whimsical than I do the cakes and things, just because it pushes me outside of what I would normally do, or what I do on a daily basis. We'll say it like that. But I will say that this cake, if I didn't do it, I'd been mad because I wanted to do it for so long. The only thing about a cake is I feel like there's a whole lot of me looking at the cake and not paying attention to like the chat, you know? But I am able tonight to actually do both, because I don't want to say you don't have to think, because you do, but you're able to be a little bit more lenient with yourself about what you're doing. Like there's no, I think me and Marie were talking about this the other day. We like to have a plan, but with this, you don't necessarily have to have a plan. You just put things where they fit and make it work. I think that was me and Marie talking about that the other day. So the cake itself is a paper mache hat box from the Hoblobs that I covered in some really cheap trash clay. I hate to say that, but that's what it is. It's trash clay. And then the green is a mix of paint and clay that I brushed on. And I'm actually will show you how to do that on another piece. So we haven't got as much done tonight as I would hope. So Michelle, I actually bought fake apples to do that for a Halloween project. Because, you know, I'll have to do those soon too. Clearly we didn't get very far tonight. I am going to work on this piece some more. But when I'm done, it will be 3 tiers. Okay? We've got like 10 minutes left. It will be 3 tiers. They're not all the same, although on camera it looks like they're reading the same. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Let me see if I can get my hand under here. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Okay? I still have that much to go on that layer. Right, it's been an hour already. And we will go back in, we'll add some mushrooms. We're going to add some taller things. Yeah, this is all clay. Again, keep in mind we are adding some leaves and things on there. And we will be adding some dimensional flowers also. We've got cattlilies and morning glories and roses and buttercups. And these are all made out of clay also. Do I ever finish? In the hour, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Yeah, air dry foam clay. But I'm loving how it's coming out. There, like I said, we're going to go back in. We're going to add some more depth to it. And remember, tomorrow I'll be live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the ladies of Fake Bake Friday. That's not what they're called no more. Now it is Friday's Fabulous Fakers. Yeah, it's not really that hard because if you think about like 3 separate cakes that happen to match. So thank you, Christy. So yeah, so this is where we're at. And remember, I will probably work on this a little bit tonight. And then we'll try to finish it up tomorrow along with maybe making some of the flowers to go on it on tomorrow's live, okay? Yes, it is so many F's. So many F's. Thank you, Sister Sam. We've got a few minutes. Let me take these back off. I think we're going to add another mushroom. And we do have yellow mushrooms too. So I'm going to put a yellow mushroom on this side. Yeah, break it down into small cakes and stack them. That's all it is. Thank you, Q. But since we've only got like 8 minutes left, after me, up after me is Susan with Once Upon a Wreath. So be sure check her out. If you're not following her, please do that. Also be sure and check out the flyer on my page for tomorrow. Okay, I will definitely show the mushrooms tomorrow. But for those of us who don't want to make the mushrooms, I have something else to show you. That's what I was asking where Armia was earlier. There at Dollar General, for those of you who may want some mushrooms and don't want to make mushrooms, Dollar General has these mushroom picks. There's 2 mushrooms on a pick. They're kind of a styrofoamy stuff. These are $1. Thank you for sharing me out. I mean, blocking me out there. Tina is really late, which means Tina's on punishment. We're just about to log off, Tina, but please watch the replay because it's some really cool stuff tonight. These flower cake is going to be awesome. But yes, y'all have a great night. Be sure and head on over to Once Upon a Wreath. Give her a follow and a watch. And tomorrow morning starts off at 5:30 with Shelby. So be sure and if you're up, give Shelby a follow and a watch tomorrow. I will be on at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we'll probably finish this up, okay? That's probably what we'll work on tomorrow, is finishing up this cake. along with maybe, well, definitely going to show you how to make the mushrooms and some flowers. So be sure and come back tomorrow for that. What else can we talk about for the next 4 minutes? How about I just let y'all go for the night? But in the meantime, remember, as I always say, be wonderful, make something wonderful, and as always, live happily ever crafter. All right? See y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.